Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to another trading session with In the Zone Trader. Also, happy Mario Day. For those of you who don't know, March 10th, if you spell out M-A-R 10, spells out Mario. For all you Mario lovers out there, Nintendo lovers, happy Mario Day. Hope everybody's doing well. The weather here is finally warming up. Springtime is around the corner. And we are very excited. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, shall we? So, yesterday we talked about the overnight sell-off. We went all the way down to 24,000 and even literally bounced right back up. And we were right back at resistance around 25,000. So this is a battle zone. I don't know if sellers now decide to bring this thing back down or if buyers will finally break through all this resistance and start transitioning back into an uptrend. That will be something we'll be keeping an eye on. As far as the ES daily is concerned, similar story. We retested last night or 2 nights ago, the overnight session, the low from 1121. And we're sort of back in this 6,800 level. Not quite the resistance level at 6,900 like the Nasdaq was, because at the time when we were at the 25,000 level, even on the Nasdaq, the ES was at 6,900. So there's a little bit of discrepancy right now, a little bit of lagging. That might come into play as well, because there's still more room for the ES to go to the upside before hitting said resistance, right? So we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. Right now, we are 6 minutes before market opens. We're going to be disciplined like we were yesterday. Granted, we didn't take a lot of trades. A lot of the trades just did not fit. A lot of the setups, I should say. A lot of the setups did not fit my criteria. And in this current volatile market, with everything going on around the world, following my rules is that much more critical. So, with that being said, we'll keep an eye on really good setups that follow our rules. It's as simple as that. Okay, tracking here. Okay, I've marked we're around the area where we closed yesterday too. It was really interesting to note, like the last hour of the day, the market really rallied up. And that's kind of where we're at right now, that same level where we closed. We're right at the 25,000 level as well, which has been such battle zone, tricky level, whatever you want to call it, over the past couple of weeks. We have about 4 minutes till market opens. We're going to wait 5 minutes after the market opens before we even consider our first trade. I think that's a new rule I've implemented to prevent any false positive setups and for the market to figure out the direction it wants to go. We did take a few pre-market trades. We're currently up $471. It's nice being green going into the trading day. Kind of sets the tone. We're also hovering right around VWAP as well, so we got a lot going on in this zone. Hey, good morning, Doug. That first $400+ is on my lead account. It's the account that I'm going to be trading across all of my groups. And that's the one account I end up showing everybody because that's the account that takes basically all the trades. On a good day, that account is up really nice, and on a bad day, it really absorbs the majority of the drawdown across my other accounts. So in this case, because it was pre-market, I only traded that one account. I have not touched my other accounts yet. I'm going to when the market opens. But normally, I'm managing my my accounts in a different way. I'll tell you a little bit about it when the market kind of slows down today. It's a new way of managing my different accounts. Okay, we have about a few seconds left and the market's going to open. And there it is. Bounce off VWAP. Again, we're going to be really picky with our trades today, so I'm not going to trade the first 5 minutes. We do have news at 10, but it's a yellow folder. The other adjustment I also made is that I will not be taking trades off the 50 level on the NQ. It just hasn't been that strong of a level in the last couple of weeks. It's not as reliable as it used to be. So I'm just dropping it for now. Maybe I'll revisit taking trades off the 50 level. In the meantime, we're just going to... we're going to just mark it and not take trades off the 50. Yeah, just the 100s. And the 100s are still a level that is very significant. And standard deviation levels, VWAP, and certain EMAs. I will still treat the 50 level as potential resistance or support, depending on which direction we're looking to take the trade. This was a nice bounce right here. Boom, 15 points. But I told myself I'm not taking trades the first 5 minutes, so I'm going to be disciplined in that manner. Okay, so we have two trades that are going in opposite directions, right? And the bears trade worked and the bulls trade stopped out. Trend lines will be important. I have to respect my own trend lines that I draw. Didn't respect them enough last week, and I paid the price. Well, now they're both the ES and the NQ right now are pulling back, right? So we have some mixed signaling going on at the moment as well. We are greenlit to trade now. It's 5 minutes after the market open. Yeah, the ES is also underneath its VWAP, which is much more bearish, whereas the NQ is still above its VWAP and 25,000. So yeah, there's a little bit of discrepancy right now. Okay, we have two setups here, bearish and a bullish one, and again, they're both very, very mediocre setups. So, not taking either. The bearish trade stopped out. The bullish trade looked like it was working. This is the type of price action we've been getting the last few days. So I'm on the 800 tick chart, Doug. Every one of these candles get formed after 800 transactions. It's typically a very good momentum-based time frame. When the market is trending, you'll see more candles move in that corresponding direction. But when the market is stuck like it is now, you'll see a bunch of candles forming, but they're kind of side by side. The other thing to notice is the last week or two, the average candle size has been above 20 to 25 points on the NQ. And so these candles are actually bigger than normal. Normally, when the NQ is behaving around its moderate amount, these candles are around 15 to 18 points on average. Yes, I have the option to go at whatever tick level I want. You can custom on NinjaTrader whatever tick number you want. So this is the 800 tick. I could literally go to my data series right now and change it to, let's just say, like a 2000 tick chart. I hit apply. You'll start seeing the candles form a little bit different, right? Now every candle is going to take 2000 ticks to form. I'm going to go back to the 800. It's kind of one of the industry standards. All right, so the bullish trade finally stopped out. And then we have this bearish trigger right here, but it's right at 25,000, right above VWAP. All right, we almost hit that bearish target, but now we triggered higher. Again, these setups are not very good, so we're skipping all of these setups until we can get one that follows all of our rules. Yeah, I don't like that either, Doug. When they're not in sync, it makes it very difficult to get any sort of consistency and predictability. All right, so the bullish trade hit target, bearish trade stopped out. Yeah, I tend to think of the way the market moves in terms of waves, like the ocean. And if you don't know how to interpret the waves, or you get in on a bad wave, you could potentially drown. So this is a bearish setup here, but remember what I said earlier this morning. I'm not taking trades off of the 50 level. They've been unreliable. But this is a viable trade. This might be a bullish setup here if we can close above these two EMAs. But now it's getting too big. Now I can't take it. I'm perfectly fine waiting. Yesterday I was very disciplined, and granted we only took maybe 2 or 3 trades. I took my very first trade almost an hour into the market open. It felt pretty good just being able to follow my rules, which for me that was the goal of the video yesterday in the session. And that's what I'm working on right now, just following my rules 100%. Because through a lot of back testing, I go back on, especially on the days where I have really big red days. If I had just followed my rules 100%, I would have prevented a lot of loss and actually would have been green on the day. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad I was able to get a couple of trades in prior to market open, so I'm not as antsy about getting into a trade. There is news at 10. Let me see what kind of news it is. I don't think it's very big news. Existing home sales may or may not move the market. You can see we're kind of in this really tight wedge at the moment, and then we're also inside of this slightly bigger wedge, and we're inside of this slightly bigger wedge. So that just tells me that price action today is very tight. And we really need to break out of this range if we really want the market to move. The problem is the two biggest magnets on the NQ are right underneath us, the 25,000 and VWAP. And we might have a scenario where we just hover around that level the entire day. I hope that's not going to be the case. If we look at the 15-minute candle as well, the opening range, we're right under, underneath, we're not underneath, sorry, we're in between, we're in the middle of this 15-minute range. And until we can break it to the upside or to the downside, I don't see the market really moving today. May potentially going sideways. All right, that's my alarm for 9:55. All right, this is good. I actually want us to escape, hopefully, this range. And our bearish trigger was right here. All right, let me read this. I just saw your message, Doug. What's the difference between a well-dressed man on a unicycle and a poorly dressed man on a bicycle? Attire. Oh, you crack me up. You crack me up, Doug. Well, we hit the target on the bearish trade. Potential transition on the 5-minute. Yes. Potential transition, yeah. We are in transition. Does that mean we're in a downtrend? Not necessarily. We have to start creating lower highs and lower lows. On the NQ 800, where is my golden ruler? That would probably answer a few things. We were here, here, we were here, and then we're down here. So on the golden ruler, this is my swing low down here. If we can break through the swing low and keep going lower, then yeah, I say we were pretty much transitioning into a downtrend. Yeah, at least they're doing it in sync. The thing about the ES and the NQ though is we're right back at support. Like this whole zone here is support, right? Yep, still very much range bound. The problem we had yesterday, and it's a similar problem to what we have today, is that the signal candles, the size of the signal candles were too big and the range was too small. And so you almost always ran into some form of an obstacle going in the desired direction of where the signal candle triggered. And that's a big problem. Did trigger higher here. Again, I'm not taking trades off the 50 level, but here we are. It's 10 o'clock now. There's that stop loss. You're still in that bearish trade from 956. Okay, we hit the bearish target. We might actually have a bearish setup right here. Okay, never mind. What happened? Was supposed to short it there. It didn't fill me, and then it filled me, and then it got me out. I guess I only lost I don't know how much I lost on that trade. Looks like over 100 something bucks, which is my normal stop loss. All right, we triggered higher here. Oh, Doug. remarkable indeed. The only problem is if you end up using a Sharpie, thinking it's a dry erase marker on a dry erase board. I don't know if you've ever done that. I've done that once by accident. Well, the bearish trade worked. Yeah, believe it or not, he's already 4. But we give him plenty of things to color with. Special crayons and watercolors and things like that. So he doesn't feel like he has the need to do something as extreme as Sharpies on the wall. Alright, the bullish trade worked. Potential transition back up. We do have VWAP above us. Alright, we triggered lower off the VWAP here. Just hit the target on the bearish trade. I had an uncle that turned one wall in his house into a chalkboard for his kids. They had a blast writing on the walls. This was before whiteboards. Yeah, that sounds like fun. For sure. Time does fly. I feel like time gets faster and faster the older we get. Okay, we're right back under the just triggered this lower here. Next bearish target's going to be 900 if we keep going down. And our bullish target, not going to work. Yeah, for sure. He's in preschool today, so they're gonna definitely go outside today. Yeah, we have a bike trail. All right, we're right at 900. Do we get some form of a bounce here? This could be a potential bullish bounce. I know it's counter trend, but if it forms correctly, it doesn't look like it wants to form correctly. We'll see. Do we have room now? Okay, it didn't close underneath 900, so this trade is nullified. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Probably good exercise for both parties. We're still in this bearish trade. Hasn't hit target yet at 86.50. We're still in this bullish trade. Hasn't hit target yet at 40.25. But they're both marginal setups. Let me see if the 1 minute is any better. Not really. All right, back on the 800 tick. He has hit negative 30 for the first time today. Notice it came down. It's trying to test the overnight lows that were hit at 2020 yesterday, my time, Eastern time. 2350. So 10:20 p.m. and 11:50 p.m. If it was a heart monitor, it would have. Yeah. All right, so we hit our bullish signal, or sorry, bullish target off of this 1010 signal, but we're still in this bearish trade. That hasn't stopped out yet. I think my prediction is we keep going lower, but I don't have anything really to base that off of, other than we're in this really big downtrend. And the market recently has been more bearish than bullish, so. Right. Look at that. We retested it to the T and buyer stepped in. This low right here from 832. Yeah, here's the problem with taking the bounce off 900 now, is that, 900 hasn't been holding, unfortunately, right? 900 didn't hold here. I mean, it kind of did. So went down 5 points and went up, but look at this low here. It did go 8 points. So 900 to me right now is not as reliable as I thought it would be. Now, it is a zone that looks like buyers want to defend because I do have that downward trend line. Yep. I will have to fix the downward trend line. We're breaking it now. But yeah. We also have, yeah. Let's just see. Let's just see what happens. Okay, looks like we did trigger up here, but we have all that resistance overhead. This price action kind of bores me a little bit, to be honest with you. Like, just have to be really patient. I also didn't get a lot of sleep last night. The whole daylight savings thing always throws me off. We are approaching the 5-minute 8 EMA. So if we go on the 5-minute chart, you can see we're testing it right now. And we're moving above it, but now we're getting ready to bump up against the 21 EMA right here. And notice we're failing right there. But I think the buyers are strong enough to at least bring it back up to VWAP maybe. We did hit our bullish target from this 1019 candle. And golden ruler is also underneath us right here. So potential transition back up. We also stopped out this bearish trade. Delete this line, delete this line. We're right back at VWAP. Let's see what we do here. I don't have the room to take it to the downside. And I don't have room to take it to the upside either. We have 25,000 even above our heads. So if I would have gotten in right here at VWAP, I think I would have gotten stopped out. Not quite yet. It would have to go right here. There's the stop loss. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't take it. Now this is a potential bearish setup. Let me see if there's room for it. Is there room? There is. Okay. So this is going to be a bearish setup. I wanted to come back, retest VWAP, and just sink right back down. Okay, it didn't work, but that one followed all my rules. Sucks that it's actually retreating again. Might actually work this time, but if I was using a true one-to-one stop, my stop loss would have been above this wick here, but I'm not. Okay, we're about to hit that bullish target. See if we can get another setup here at 25,000 even. Or it might just escape us, and I don't blame price for escaping at this point. Bulls have really gotten through some heavy resistance from the sellers, and the sellers are having to cover their positions. We are approaching these two downward trend lines. I think we've taken 2 trades so far, and they've both been losers. So that stinks. Now this one I can't take bullish because it looks like these 2 trend lines above our heads are actually acting as potential resistance. And I'm glad I didn't take it. That would have been a stop loss. So this is why we're following our rules. Excuse me. It looks like buyers are still wanting to defend 25,000, even though this has been the strongest of battle zones the last few weeks. Now you're breaking through all these levels of resistance here. You can see we barely tested this high here from 953. We'll take the trade off of the VWAP level here. There's really nothing overhead as far as resistance is concerned. So we'll see if we can get a bounce off the VWAP level. This trade follows all of my rules, so love for it to work. All right, well. Yeah. Still technically in this bullish trade here. And what's interesting is it actually worked here. Sometimes you just have to laugh. I will be wrapping up the stream early today. I have an 11 o'clock call. So we have about a little under 20 more minutes. Hopefully we can find some more decent setups for us to take. Question is, do I want to try the VWAP level again? Let's see. All right, we hit target. Good news is if we keep trending up, like, there shouldn't be too much resistance overhead. I think 100 is going to be the next level of interest. At this point, I don't mind if it pulls back down to this VWAP level. We get a bounce and we go back up for the retest of 100. That could be really nice. We get that. Let's see if we can work our way up to 100 at this point. What we're gonna do. We have this upward trend line now. So shorts may be off the table at 100 because of this upward trend line. And maybe we get a nice long setup that's with the trend. Let's see. Yeah, yep, we're getting that long setup. Now can we get down to 100, retest, and bounce back up? Okay. All right. Keep going. We're looking for 15. Boom. Got it. Nice. That trade followed all of our rules. And it worked. Wonderful. Could have tried it again. I was switching accounts, so I missed my entry here. See if it wants to work. This is the 800 tick chart. S Globic. It's 800 ticks. So every candle forms after 800 transactions. This is a really good momentum-based chart. All right, this one worked. Another winner. If you Google it, or if you go on, this is NinjaTrader. So NinjaTrader allows you to trade both time-based charts and tick-based charts, and there's some other more advanced charts, like Renko charts as well, that you can trade on here. And they make for really good momentum-based charts. So rather than just your traditional 1 minute, 5 minute, 15-minute time frame, you can trade these tick charts. And what's nice about tick charts is when you start getting volume and you start getting momentum in a particular direction, you will see more candles form in that direction. So it's a good momentum-based time frame. Then there's nothing wrong with the 1 minute. So like if we were to look at the 1 minute, I mean, that's how I got started. The 1 minute gave a similar setup right here with this hammer that held the 100. And it's still technically holding, like it hasn't stopped out yet. The stop loss is underneath 87.25. Target is going to be up here at 26.75. But I'm not really sure if this is a really good setup either, though, because we do have the standard deviation level that's kind of in the way. Oh, now Renko's going to look really different. Let me see. Do I have a Renko chart to show you? Now, Renko charts only move if it breaks a certain price level. Then it forms a new candle. They're called breaks. They're not called candles. Let me see if I can show you an example of a Renko chart. Right now, I'm not going to be trading this setup anyway, so we got 2 good trades out of it. Very happy with it. Let me see if I can show you what a Renko chart would look like. Duplicate a new tab. Then I'm going to change this to the Renko. So this is what a regular Renko chart would look like. Very, hold on. There we go. It's only based, this is you'd have to mess with the settings. And I don't think the settings on here is right, but let me show you the settings I like on my particular Renko chart if I was going to use it. They're called NinZaRenko, and they're actually really good at showing momentum and reversals. So this is what it would look like. It's loading right now. There you go. So this one shows bullish momentum, right? Reversal. Anytime you get this reversal, you can take it for a few points. If you get 4 consecutive candles in a row, you can take it for the opposite direction. So here you have 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. You could take it bearish here. Your stop loss would be up here. If we get 4 consecutive bullish candles here, you could take it bullish with your stop loss underneath this candle. That's how you would trade the NinZaRenko chart. And there you go. Your entry would have been here. Your stop loss would have been here. You would have gotten at least 7 or 8 points right there. But Renko can be very frustrating at times too, because you can get false entries, and you can keep getting sucked in for all these reversals. And so I prefer the tick charts. All right, this is the next bullish setup right here, but the problem is the measured move is beyond the standard deviation level, so I'm going to pass on this setup. We are going to move our golden ruler up because we haven't done that in a while. Here it is right there. Now, when the volume is really high, these tick charts can form in under a minute, which is what you want to see when you're seeing momentum. And when the volume dries up, these tick charts can take longer than 1 minute, sometimes 3 to 4 minutes. And then if the volume is really, really slow, these tick charts can take, like overnight in the overnight sessions, these same tick charts can take 10, 15 minutes to form, because the idea behind every candle is that it forms after 800 transactions have gone through the market. And this is what the timer is counting down right now. It's counting 80 more transactions until this 800 candles, 800 transactions have been formed. So resets at 800. You're getting a fresh new 800 transactions right here. And because volume is really good right now, these candles are around 1 minute between each of them. Sometimes it'll be faster if volume increases. We are approaching that target now based off this 1049 signal. And I trade the breakout test from the previous candle. Yes, I don't like taking the I don't like taking it right at the breakout because my risk is a lot bigger. So I like to see if it can pull back to a zone like an EMA or a 100 level or a VWAP and take the bounce there. It has a higher probability of working. It also decreases my risk. So for example, this candle right here, 1042, that was my signal candle. Rather than taking it right at the break of 104.25, I waited for it to pull back to 100 because chances are there's buyers at 100 even. I got in here, I only risked 6 points and I got 15. So I'm looking for risking 6 to make 15. So it's greater than, it's 2.5 to 1 reward to risk. And that way I can be wrong essentially 2 or 3 times and one winner can wipe out, you know, 2 losers and still be green. And I've had a lot of success trading this system this past year. Question is, you got to identify the areas where you think it's going to bounce. And if you were to trade it off the breakout like this, you would have to risk 1-to-1 to make your move, to make it worth your risk. Because if I'm going to take this breakout candle here, my stop loss needs to be underneath 85.50. So we're talking 15 plus 8, 23 point risk, which I really don't want to take. I mean, 23 points is what, like 400 and change, above 400. And I don't want to take a $400 risk right here. So I'd rather just see if it would have pulled back to 100, get in, only risk 6 to see if we can make 15. So that's my strategy in a nutshell. Easier said than done, though. You know, I love using Fibonacci. I probably should be looking at fib levels if I'm looking at the higher time frames. I do keep an eye out on the 5-minute and the 15-minute. I'm wondering if I should do fib. I would have to back test that. I would have to back test that. But thanks for the suggestion. I will take a look into that. All right, guys, I do have a meeting at 11 o'clock. Appreciate all the feedback, all the support. Thank you guys so much for joining. We managed to come out on top. We had a frustrating beginning. I think we had 3 losers, but then we had 2 winners. Put us nicely in the green. And we locked in about $658 in one of the accounts. So thank you guys so much for joining. I'll be back on here tomorrow at 9:20 a.m. Eastern. Looking forward to seeing you guys then. Have a good one.